This is the free educational website called Quizizz. It can be accessed from any device, which is very convenient for classroom use. As you can see, I am already logged in on my teacher dashboard, and it's very easy to make a username and password, and it is necessary in order to use this resource for your students to use. The purpose of this website is just like the name. They are little quizzes that students can take, and you can measure understanding, reinforce concepts, so that you can figure out where you are ready to go in future instruction. So there are millions of pre-made quizzes that you can choose from on various topics. You can sift through each topic to find what you're looking for, or you can search for content specifically. There's also an option to create your own quiz based on whatever content area you're looking to quiz your students over. So first, I'm going to show you what it would look like to find a pre-made quiz. So luckily right here, this applies to my third graders, so it's context clues. So if I'm wanting to measure how my students are doing with context clues, I can choose this option. And so when you click a pre-made test, you can go through and look at the questions. And so you can kind of decide here, does this work? Is it what I'm looking for, etc. There's also an option for a live game. So this would be an example of if you're wanting to do it immediately and right in that moment. There's also an option for a homework game. So this could be something for a later date. So this could be a homework assignment that they do at home, or you could just assign this and then and the students can do later as it arises. So here is what it looks like from the student point of view. So I'm going to hit solo game. So you have the option to put the timer on or off, so that can be a choice that the students make, the teacher makes, whatever works best for whatever situation it is. Down here, there are also meme sets. So you can click memes, and so these memes come up after each question they answer. So this is kind of a fun way to keep the kids motivated, and because they're looking forward to a meme that's coming up, and it makes it more fun. And there's also music that goes along with it. So if you've got headphones that go with your devices, whatever they may be, that could be kind of a fun way to keep them engaged and motivated, which is all good. So I'm going to go back here. Also, each time you start a game, it has a code that the students type in, and that's how you get your data. And that's how they get into the game. So they'll put in that game code. So here's an example of how you can create a new quiz. So that's what I'll click. So for example, my students we just started our U.S. government unit. So I can click that. I'm going to choose English, but there are several different languages you can choose from. So this could be a fun resource for a foreign language class as well. So I'm going to hit save. So I have the option to search from existing questions, so I can search for information on my content area, or I can create my new questions. So this is really convenient, maybe for a review for a test after the unit's finished. So it just kind of gives you an idea of understanding or any concerns that may arise, or anything that might need to be reinforced or reviewed. So you can create new questions. So you type your questions here, and you can put images if you wanted to. You can upload them. And then you put your answer options. And then you can also choose how long the students have to answer each question. It goes up to 15 minutes. So whatever would make the most sense for the quiz you're making. So I'm going to go out of there. I'm going to go back. All right, so on the teacher dashboard, you have Find a Quiz, which is searching for a quiz that's already made. My Quizzes, which is quizzes that you as a teacher created. And then the report. So because your students are putting in their class code, the game code, the reports are going to come to you. So you're going to be able to see and identify any areas that might need to be reviewed, or you can see if they've mastered concepts so you can move forward in your instruction, and things like that. Also, here are the memes option. So you can create your own memes, which I think is kind of fun. And that it really keeps the kids motivated. So this could be a thing where you have your kids come up with their own memes, and that could be exciting for them to look for them. Or you can create funny things to keep them going, or things like that. So that's always really fun for them. As for ISTE standards, I would say that Quizizz falls under a lot of them, but definitely it fosters a culture where students take ownership of their learning goals and outcomes in both independent and group settings. So this could also be a resource that students do in groups. It can be used as a collaborative experience. It can bring about discussion. Students can, reflect on their results. And I would also say that they use technology to design and implement a variety of formative and summative assessments that accommodate learner needs, provide timely feedback to students, and inform instruction. So this does tell the teacher where students stand on certain content areas, and which is really helpful on figuring out if you need to review things, or if they're truly understanding the concept and if they've truly learned what you have taught them. So this is a very fun and engaging alternative to the typical worksheet or test that students that is in traditional education, and it really does keep them motivated, and it's fun, and it's just a really quick, easy way for teachers to get data that is really helpful for instruction. And that is Quizizz.